Haumatakiwasin. My name is Dr. Joe Hobart. I'm President and CEO of the American Indian OIC. I am Unkpapa Lakota. My family are from the Standing Rock Nation. I was born and raised here in the Twin Cities area. I think what left an indelible impression on me was my experience within the K-12 public education system, which treated the indigenous people as obstacles to a history that didn't include us nor wanted us. I didn't feel validated as a human being, and in fact, I felt like I was history's great burden. As I've gone forward and had to overcome that and learn who I was as a man of color, as an indigenous man, and who wanted to honor and uphold what I've been taught for my family, my community, it's been a real challenge to include this vision of the community within the system, within the powers that be. I endured because I felt that I had a calling. I knew that there was a story to be told, and I don't want anybody else to have to experience what I experienced. The academic achievement rates yielded by the K-12 system are abhorrent for American Indian people as well as for other communities of color. The K-12 system was never designed to empower the American Indian to succeed, nor was it really designed to empower communities of color. It was more to acculturate them and to assimilate them within the dominant culture and to play a very limited role of engagement with the overall fabric of the society. The state of Minnesota is actually in the need of playing some catch-up to address these chronic disparities. The good news is culturally specific community-based organizations like the American Indian OIC are in existence and are doing good work. We offer, through our rather dynamic and innovative approach to education and workforce development, a safe space that's anchored within our cultural background and beliefs. The community and their vision is what informs our work, not the other way around. As I look to my story, my family stories, my ancestors' stories, I look to the stories of our students, and I hang on to those voices and I carry them with me whenever the going gets a little bumpy or tough, and that's all serves as good medicine to carry me forward.
My name is Brianne. I am from Red Lake, Band of Ojibwe. I was born and raised in South Minneapolis. I'm a single mother. I had my daughter straight out of high school. That made me drop out of high school, and I had to pursue the mother role and go to work and pay the bills. My baby daughter, she gives me strength every single day. She's just such a beautiful little soul, and that's what inspired me to go out and get my GED. My classes consist of like web design and Creative Cloud Suite, advanced Adobe stuff, lots of like computer working and like design stuff. Children really open your eyes. I'm just so proud of my daughter. Like she just makes my heart warm, and she's just a reminder that, just to keep doing what I'm doing, keep going to school, She's my rock. She's like literally my whole world. I want to strive to be the person that can motivate somebody to be the best them. And this place is helping me do that.
My name is Tier. I'm a descendant from Leech Lake, Minnesota. So I started here in about 2015 to get my GED. And I finally received my GED in 2016. I started coming here because it's a Native-based school to learn more about my culture, and it's close to where I live. The staff is really helpful. Like, I can talk to my teacher about anything. She's super nice and helpful with me, and I can talk to her about anything, and she's helpful with resources. So it's like they're my go-tos. I just recently graduated last week. I got all A's and B's, which I was really proud of because I was doing my best. It's just me and my kids, and I'm the one who has to do everything for them. The future gives me hope, knowing that me finishing these courses is going to have a better life for my kids. My inspiration is my kids and my grandma.
My name is Amelia Long. I came from Burma. My future is that I'm take the class after I want to take care of the old people or sick people, most as the disability people. I want it because they need it. Yeah, so that's why this is my future.
My name is Ndalkacho. I came from Ethiopia. My strength is, frankly, I working hard. I understand fast everything. I communicate with the people. I work with like that one. That is my strength. After I done this class, I'm gonna find the job. After I approve the English, I'm gonna continue LPN, the practitioner nursing. Yeah, this is my plan, the future. After that, I'm gonna build a family.
My name is Bianca Eusebio. I'm from West Africa, Togo. Here in Minnesota, we have a lot of opportunities, more than my country. After my certificate, I will get a good job. My future gives me hope because I know I'm confident then my future will be better.
My name is Zineb. I'm from Morocco. I want to be like a technician pharmacist, so there is a way to get to your goal, so you can go to the International Institute of Minnesota to take like the nursing assistance classes. Then after that you can go to the college and finish your studies. That makes me happy here, so to learn. I'm gonna like have a good job.
My name is Otis Zanders. I serve as UJAMA's Chief Executive Officer. I'm really connected to this mission because it really is something that is deeply embedded in my spirit, something that I have done all my life. I literally grew up under Jim Crow laws. I grew up in a segregated South. So the fight for equality, the struggle for equity is something that's embedded in my DNA. UJAMA's mission, we unabashedly proclaim that we work with young African American men 18 to 30 years old. That's very deliberate, that's very targeted, because we know that this is the population that's arguably the most marginalized population in America. We know that this population serves the least of these. UJAMA has a concept that should be around for generations, because it's been generations of hurt that we're trying to overcome. We're talking about young men that have lived in generations of poverty, generations of incarceration, people that came into a country that had their culture systematically and methodically taken away. By coming in here, you come into an environment that we meet you where you are. So what we do is create that safe environment, that stabilized environment for transformation to take place.
My name is Raquel Hawkins. I'm from Chicago, Illinois. I came out to Minnesota for a better life. The people that I already had out here in Minnesota, they told me about UJAMA. I was 16 and I was in the juvenile center. Then on my 17th birthday, I went to the adult jail, then to prison. And it kind of messed me up because I never knew that I can be this young and be in a prison. I didn't even have a resume until I came to UJAMA. The community here is basically like family. I'm more closer to the brothers in UJAMA than I am to my real family. It's like a family that you never had. It helped me because I'm knowing that people want me to have success. They want me to succeed. And that's a good feeling. I got a lot of stuff I want to do, a lot of things I want to do. I graduated construction class since I've been out here. My daughter and my son, they smile what keep me grinding towards success.
My name is Lee Buckley, and I am the Chief of Operations here at Ujama Place. Every program area at Ujama Place embeds the African American culture in ways that typical curriculums do not include it. Many of our men experienced trauma in the academic system. So, sitting in a classroom, being lectured to, may not be the best approach to learning for them. It brings back the environment or the trauma from being told you cannot learn well or in a traditional way, or that you have a learning disability, or that you have some sort of speech impediment because your diction is not like the European diction. We have brilliant men, and so we allow them to express themselves in experiential ways. We provide experiential opportunities for them to learn, embed creativity in their learning style. That's why we focus on community, going back to how our ancestors came together.
My name is Chris, and I'm from St. Paul, Minnesota. The day before I started UJAMA, I had just found a clinic and became sober. You know, I had an addiction issue. I always still had that in the back of my mind, like, this is not you, this is not what you're supposed to be doing. A lot of people don't make it out. A lot of people lose their lives and lose their families and burn bridges. It feels like the addiction is all they have for the rest of their life, and I knew that that wasn't my life. I was dealing with addiction issues and stuff like that. I was homeless, you know what I'm saying? I had my car, I was sleeping in the car, I was on the light rail. I ain't had nowhere to go. I always wanted more for myself and knew that the potential that I have to give to this world was more than what I was giving at the time. And there were people who told me no, but UJAMA told me yes. Before I came into UJAMA, I can honestly say I didn't have no friends. But I came into UJAMA and now I have brothers. I took an entrepreneur class and became a published author. Like, that's something I never thought I would do, but I did it because of UJAMA. Like, I have a published book. Like, I'm an author. I'm proud of that. Like, my mom cried. You know what I'm saying? When I brought her my book, she cried. And that just warmed my heart because a lot of people probably never even expected me to do that much. I'm going to have my own business. I'm going to be successful. I'm going to be able to provide opportunities for people that look like me and people who don't, people who need chances and people who need jobs and opportunities without being judged. You know what I mean? That's what my future holds. I feel blessed to even be able to share my story. I mean, not everybody's going to connect with my story, but for who it does, I hope that at least one person gets something out of my story and, you know, starts to rewrite their own.
My name is Trinicia Sylvester. I've been raised on the east side of St. Paul. Education is important to me because it's been a gateway for me. I remember having a whole bunch of self-doubt, I can't do this, are they really gonna take me serious? And when it was my turn, I just told my story and it was powerful. I was crying. In that moment I felt like we did it. This is what we were supposed to do. This is how you're telling her story. I talked about how it benefited my family. I was just working to make sure to cover tuition, and I think my whole paycheck was going to paying for her to be in this environment, to make sure she was ready for kindergarten. Receiving that scholarship, how it took such a huge load off me. I didn't have to work doubles. I can be at home more with my daughter. And at that time, too, when I did the testimony, I had my son. And so he was gifted the scholarship as well. I was able to be at home more, understand the process of advocating, show up to different workshops that United Way were hosting. My kids' start to life gives me strength every day because they don't have a traditional story. Everything I've done, it's impacted other families too. I understand my mission. And so it gives me strength to wake up every morning and say, we got work to do.